So hey guys, my name is Rishabh Singh, a first year medical student from Eastern Medical College and Hospital, Comella. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, so please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try to provide you some educational video related to MBBS. I hope you will gain or acquire something new at the end of it. If you like, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment below. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is anatomy of duodenum. So duodenum is also called dodecadactylus. It is a Latin frame in Greek word which means 12 fingers. So it is the first part of small intestine. Duodenum length is 25 centimeter and it is divisible in four parts. First part, superior part, which is about 5 centimeter. Second part, descending part, it is about 75 centimeter. Third part, horizontal part, it is around 10 centimeter. Fourth part, ascending part, it is around 2.5 centimeter. According to peritoneal relation, duodenum is which type of organ? It is a question that is usually asked in the Viva exam. So the duodenum is retroperitoneal organ. The organ which are covered by peritoneum on anterior surface and devoid of peritoneum on posterior surface is termed as retroperitoneal surface. So basically it is an organ which is covered by peritoneum on the anterior surface, but it is not covered by the peritoneum on the posterior surface. So that's why it is called retroperitoneal organ. What are other retroperitoneal organ? So the other retroperitoneal organ are pancreas, ureter, kidney, rectum, suprarenal gland, abdominal aorta, ascending and descending colon, and inferior vena cava. Now what is the shape of duodenum? C-shaped loop of small intestine. What is the vertebral level of duodenum? It is from lumbar 1 to lumbar 3 vertebra. Vertebral level of duodenum is at the level of lumbar 1, lumbar 2, lumbar 3 vertebra. As you can see the figure, it is lumbar 1, lumbar 2, lumbar 3, and here supraduodenal flexure is there, and at the lumbar 3 inferior duodenal flexure is there, and duodenal jejunal flexure is present on L2. Now we will talk about the different parts of duodenum. It is the first part of duodenum. Its course is begin at the pylorus, passes upward, backward, laterally to the right side of vertebral column to reach the neck part of the gallbladder, and it curves downwards to the superior duodenal flexure to become continuous with the second part of duodenum. It is the course of first part of duodenum. Now coming to feature of first part of duodenum, it develops from the foregut. It is a site of duodenal ulcer. It is seen as duodenal cap in the barium meal radiographs and have no circular folds in the mucous membrane of its initial 2.5 centimeter, supplied by the branches of celiac trunk artery. And peculiarities of first part is that it is supplied by end artery. It is devoid of circular mucous fold. It is intraperitoneal, so it is freely movable. Now coming to the relations, as you can see in the diagram, the relations are clearly mentioned. On the anterior surface, there is quadrate lobe of liver and the gallbladder. You can see the quadrate lobe of liver and the gallbladder. This is the anterior relation. Now coming to posterior relation, portal vein, gastroduodenal artery and common bile duct. So you can see gastroduodenal artery here, portal vein here, and bile duct here. So it is a posterior relation. Superiorly, epiploic foramen being separated from it by a portal vein and bile duct, and inferiorly by a head and neck of the pancreas. So these are the relations of first part of the duodenum. Now coming to second part of duodenum, its course is begin at the superior duodenal flexure, which passes down in front of medial part of right kidney till the lower border of L3 vertebra or lumbar 3 vertebra, and it curves towards the left inferior duodenal flexure to become continuous with the third part. Its feature are upper part developed from, it have two parts, upper part and lower part. Upper part usually developed from foregut and lower part developed from midgut. It receives bile duct and chief accessory pancreatic duct. It lies behind the transverse mesocolon. It is the fixed part of duodenum. As we know, free movable part is first part and second part is fixed part of duodenum. Its relations is anteriorly it is gallbladder, right lobe of liver, transverse colon, and coils of small intestine. You can see the relations in the figure, anterior relations. Medially, head of pancreas, laterally below to downward ascending colon, right colic fracture, and right lobe of liver. These all are anterior relation. Now coming to posterior relation. Posteriorly, right kidney, as you can see in the diagram, right renal vessels, right edge of inferior vena cava, and right psoas major muscle. This is the posterior relation of second part of duodenum. Now coming to third part of duodenum. Its course is it runs horizontally to the left across the lower part of the body of lumbar 3 vertebra, and it crosses in front of inferior vena cava and then takes a smooth curve upward to become continuous with the ascending part of duodenum. Its relation, anteriorly it is superior mesenteric vessel, root of mesentery, and coils of jejunum. As you can see in the diagram, superior mesenteric vessels, these are superior mesenteric vessels, root of mesentery, this portion, coils of jejunum, this. These are the relations anteriorly of the third part of duodenum. Now coming to the posterior relation, as you can see in the diagram, the right psoas major muscle, the right ureter, the right gonadal vessels, inferior vena cava, abdominal aorta, and inferior mesenteric artery. Superior part relations are head of pancreas and inferior relations are coils of jejunum. Now coming to fourth part of duodenum. Its course is it runs up to the left of the abdominal aorta from end of third part of lumbar 2 vertebra, where it turns forward ventrally to become continuous with the jejunum, duodenojejunal flexure. Its relations are anteriorly, as you can see in diagram, there are two relations on the anterior surface. This is the transverse mesocolon, this structure, and transverse colon of the fourth part. And posteriorly there are four relations. First one is left sympathetic chain. This chain is left sympathetic chain. Inferior mesenteric vein. This is the inferior mesenteric vein. Left gonadal vessel. This is the left gonadal vessel, and left psoas major muscle. This is the left psoas major muscle. So it's the posterior relation of the fourth part of the duodenum. Now coming to superior relation, it is the body of pancreas. On left kidney and the left ureter. On right, upper part of root of mesentery. This completes our topic of all the parts of duodenum. Now the interior of the duodenum. Duodenum, presence of circular folds, valves of Kerechen's, which present in second part. Second part of duodenum presents, it have various structure like major duodenal papilla, minor duodenal papilla, arc of plica semicircularis, and plica longitudinalis. These all are the projections which we see in the second part of duodenum. Talking about major duodenal papilla. On the posterior medial wall, conical projection situated 8 to 10 cm distal to the pylorus. On its summit open the common hepatopancreatic duct, which is formed by the union of bile and main pancreatic duct opens. It is also called major duodenal papilla of Vater. Now minor duodenal papilla. It is a small conical projection. It is situated 2 cm proximal to the major duodenal papilla, and the accessory pancreatic ducts open. Now major duodenal papilla of Vater. In this, common hepatopancreatic duct open, which is formed by main pancreatic duct and common and the bile duct. They both form common hepatopancreatic duct which open in major duodenal papilla of Vater. Then there is also the presence of minor duodenal papilla. In this, accessory pancreatic duct open. Now there is semilunar fold of mucosa, which is monk hood, and there is also presence of longitudinal folds. So basically this with the plica circularis. So this is basically the structure of interior of duodenum. Now we will talk about suspensory muscles of duodenum. Suspensory muscles of duodenum is also called as ligament of Tetens. It is a fibromuscular band which suspends the duodenal jejunal flexure from the right crux of the diaphragm Upper end attached on the right crux of diaphragm and lower end is attached on the posterior surface of jejunal flexure. The band contains striated muscle fiber in the upper part, elastic fibers in the medial part, and non-striated muscle fiber in the lower part, as you can see it in the diagram. Clinical. Sometimes ligament of threatens may kink or turn the duodenal flexure and may cause the partial intestinal obstruction. Topic of duodenal recess or the fossa. In region of duodenal junction, small pocket-like pouches of peritoneum called duodenal recess present, sometimes responsible for strangulated retroperitoneal hernia. So as you can see the diagram, superior duodenal recess here, inferior duodenal recess which is present here, it is superior, it is inferior. Paraduodenal recess, you can see paraduodenal recess and inferior mesenteric vessel. Retroduodenal recess which is present here, and mesenteroparietal recess which is present here. It present in only 1% of individual. Incidence of duodenal recess are superior duodenal recess about 50%, inferior duodenal recess about 75%, and paraduodenal recess about 20%. Retroduodenal recess, it occur occasionally. Now we will talk about the artery supply of duodenum. First part of duodenum is supplied by the supraduodenal branch of gastroduodenal artery, sometimes a retroduodenal branch of gastroduodenal artery, and infraduodenal branch of right epiploic artery. Rest part is supplied by ventral and dorsal anastomosis of superior and inferior pancreatic duodenal artery, which form anterior and posterior pancreatic duodenal arterial artery. So see the artery supply of duodenum here. Now coming to venous drainage of the duodenum. The vein correspond to arteries but superficial to them. They drain into splenic, supramesenteric and portal vein. Lymphatic drainage into pancreatoduodenal nodes. Nerve supply, sympathetic T6 to T9, thoracic 6, thoracic 9 segment of spinal cord, and parasympathetic by vagus nerve. Now what is duodenal ulcer? They are inflammatory erosions of the duodenal mucosa. They are commonly occur in the first part of duodenum because it is supplied by a series of end artery, and we know it is a peculiarity of the first part of duodenum and receive the acidic chyme from the stomach. That's why duodenal ulcer is most prominent in the area of first part of the duodenum. Duodenal cap or the bulb. Radiologically, barium metal study, the first part of duodenum is seen triangular shadow called duodenal cap. It is radio opaque shadow. Importance: persistent deformity of duodenal cap indicate duodenal ulcer. As you can see the duodenal cap here, pyloric canal here, barium broken up by the circular folds of duodenum, because in first part only the folds are not present till 2.5 centimeter. Pyloric antrum you can see here, and fourth part of duodenum. So you can see the duodenal cap here. Gastroduodenal artery erosion by duodenal ulcer can cause hemorrhage, duodenal injury. Third part of duodenum most vulnerable to external injury because it is crushed between vertebral column and anterior abdominal wall. Second part of duodenum is most protected part, duodenal diverticula. It is congenital, always occur in medial border of second part of duodenum, caused by herniation. Referred pain. Basically, pain arises from duodenum is poorly localized, referred to centrally epigastrium area of the abdomen. Now what is movable part of the duodenum? First part. Fixed part is second part. Structure open in second part of duodenum, it's bile duct and pancreatic duct. Peritoneal part. And we know that duodenum is a retroperitoneal organ, but some part is peritoneal also, which is proximal and distal end. Now we will see the development of duodenum. First part and upper half of second part, including opening of pancreatic duct of duodenum, developed from the foregut. Remaining part developed from most proximal portion of the midgut. Epithelium and glands are endodermal, and musculature and connective tissue are mesodermal in origin. Structure between the duodenum and the head of pancreas. The structure present between the duodenum and head of pancreas are superior pancreatic artery, inferior pancreatic artery. Lining epithelium duodenum, simple columnar epithelium. Glands of duodenum, Brunner's gland, which is present in submucosal layer, so it is also called submucosal gland or duodenal glands. Crypts of Lieberkühn. It present in the mucosa. Now, what is the difference between the duodenum from other part of small intestine? Duodenal gland present in duodenum, which is called submucosal gland because it is present in submucosa, and histologically duodenum is identified by the Brunner gland. So this is the difference of duodenum from the other parts of small intestine. Hope you like this video. This completes our topic of the duodenum. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment, share. Thank you.